Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Happy Sunday.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Last
Namaste.
Sunday of September. Amazing.
It's good to get out of September.
Yeah, well,
I don't know about the rest of
October's
you.
going to be a little interesting. Well, we're just in interesting times. I don't know how you're all feeling, but it's been a wild ride. Everything from tender and tenderized and vulnerable to irritated to peaceful. So sign of certainly what's going on the planet. And we're holding all the folks that were impacted by this most recent storm in Florida and Georgia and North Carolina and Tennessee in our hearts. I think it's really symbolic of what's happening and even the energies of this eclipse that happens on Tuesday on the 2nd. It's a lot about relationships and relationships changing and morphing, a lot leaving and things coming in. And it's not just about relationships with people, or it can be relationships with yourself or patterns, even your home or your community, your work. So there's a lot of loss and shifting, and it's very unsettling for people as we watch kind of what you said, the foundations crumble, and this is what they've been prophesizing and talking about. So it shows up in so many interesting ways. And for me to just witness the energies without getting too caught into the vortex. And we had someone here who we traveled with in Mexico, Plank, and he was going to stay the night. He's from Asheville. He couldn't get home.
Asheville, North Carolina. Yeah.
And
we wouldn't have known what was probably going on Asheville, North
we would have,
Carolina.
but not to the degree we did, because he was
had he not been here to share with us
and monitoring the roads and had family there, and
how much has been flooded and how much has been
devastated.
devastated.
Damage, severe damage. But what was so beautiful is he was able to stay a couple days with us and integrate with the energies here, so he could take those home and be of service. He's a beautiful healer and musician and psychologist, and to help serve the people there that are in incredible trauma and loss and kind of shock. I think most of them are in shock. So, spirit has its way of weaving things together, and we didn't even know he was coming till a few days ago, which is so serendipitous.
Serendipitous.
But, we gave him one of the Andaras that we used in the grid last weekend. That was a pretty galactic, powerful grid, those that were with us in the retreat. And we went deep, and that's the amazing thing when you have small group work, the intimacy and the depth and the level of work you can do together in a monad. And gave it to him to take forward and energetically bring that love and that blue light and that purity back in his work to the people there. So, yeah. So just thank you all for showing up. But for me, that's what's really in my space, is just really sending that love, really staying above that vibration that wants to take you out. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm torn between a couple different things to say. Real suffering's happening, right? There's a real $28 billion that's just damage to quantify it, but all the homes and the houses and the peoples and the lives that are being triggered and crumbled, we were talking about, right? And what's being taken away from us is kind of what's happening at a physical level, but it's also interior wise, that's what we're happening to us because that's what we're seeing. So the outside world is a reflection of the inner world. So things are being taken away. And Denise mentioned the solar plexus, the subconscious, and then we've got the root and the loss and the grief, and all of these things are designed to feel them. When we block them and we don't acknowledge them, or they've been stuck in our lineage, and now the light is at a place where it can take those energies and free them. We used to have to free them ourselves with our meditation back, 10, 20 years ago. But now the light is so powerful. The solar flare is the consciousness that's coming into the planet, that we just have to feel them now. Just feel them. So we have to be triggered. Those energies have to come out. And why does it come out with water? Because water flows it away, takes it away. So in one respect, we've got real damage at the third dimensional. And then we're at the fourth dimension, we're aware of the eclipses and the cycles and the emotional purification that's happening, right? And it's hard to talk to third dimensional people when you've lost everything and you can't meditate and you're got no water and you got no power and you're in pain. So what's where we get to be in compassion and love and do our energy work. We get to do our service, right? And she mentioned the work that we did this weekend, and I just want to share with it, because what we do on these calls is the same type of service. It's planetary work at a monadic level. What's a monadic level? It's a group level, a collective level, a collective humanity level. And so, this weekend we were working with, as a group, we were activating what we call the rainbow light body, our light body, that's all the different chakras, right? They become in harmony and they become activated. They begin to spin, and energetically, the electrics start to move as you move the energy, and then the magnetic fields start to activate. And so you become aware, you become more aware of the higher consciousness. And we worked with that with the radial plasmas, which is an activation of the light body is what we call the radial, or things start to move, instead of linear, they start to move spherically or out from the center, radially, right? And in all directions. And when we can start to be in that energy, it starts to activate the plasma light body. And that plasma light body is so important right now, because it's the charge that we need for accelerated evolution. It activates the love in our hearts. It activates the compassion in us. It activates and clears all the density in the body, the density in the emotional fields, clears the density in the mental fields. We want clarity, you activate the quantum charge, right? Mm-hmm. So we connected to Mother Earth, and we activated that plasma light body and became that tree of life, that torus field energy. And then we asked for support from our higher selves, from what we would say, our star seed lineages, right? We all have those connections. And when you connect with them, they pour the blessings. It's just like when you connect to God, as soon as you ask, it's already there. Whether you're able to perceive that you receive, that you got what you what you were asking for, or what you were praying for, or what you were trying to presence and resonate with, is another thing. That's why we activate the light bodies. So we do this work. I don't know if there's much more to say there, honey, but we are activating these light bodies so that we can be that bridge, which we talk about all the time, right? Between our higher selves, these higher dimensions, and Mother Earth. Mother Earth is all of these things. Some of it's man-made manipulation, but the bottom line is Mother Earth is waking up. She is increasing. The solar flares is all about the spiritual connection with the sun, and it's all about activating all of the planets, not just Mother Earth. And there's an activation that's the sun's going through too, in a consciousness that he or she is being upgraded through. So we got to stay in alignment with that, and stay in devotion to that. And so one of the things that keeps coming to me is this level of devotion. Where does devotion show up in our lives? Where does devotion show up in my life? Singing, chanting, service, self-sacrifice. These are some of the ways that we cultivate devotion. And I remember, I keep hearing Yogananda say, he used to sing a song to Mother Divine or to God. He would sing it to God. You can have everything for me, but don't take my devotion, because then I'll have no devotion to give to you, God, because he knew that devotion was the only thing, the most potent thing, that's all God really wanted was our devotion. So I don't know where that's coming from, but it's something that we get when we do these retreats together. There's a level of intimacy, the level of being in the physical level that you can, maybe you're not aware that we're cultivating. You're much easier to cultivate when you go to India or you go to these spiritual places, right? You can cultivate these temples and you can feel the energy and you can feel the cultivation, but it's something that maybe we do that together in our lives.
The other thing is, where are you devoted to yourself? And where are you devoted to others? And where are you devoted to your spiritual community? Mike always talks about, what's your legacy? What are you giving? When we have so many people that we say are flybys, they come in, they dabble, they leave. But where is the commitment, the service, that devotion? Sometimes with a disaster, like we've just had, that devotion of people serving one another, of bringing meals. I mean, we gave Forrest, water and things to take down to his son and, wife and grandson, so he could get water and supplies down there to them. So it's also, devotion is many levels, but as part of a spiritual community or a spiritual being, this is the real game. I mean, it's not just something to play with. You're on the front line. And it's, it's, how can I serve you? How can I serve? What can I do? And together we can do that and create great change. But it's not about people sitting up there and giving you information and you just going away. That's one of the distortions in teaching in spiritual communities, that they all look to someone to lead. They all look to someone to tell them what to do. They all look, you're all masters. We all have great responsibility. And in that, how do we serve each other? It's interesting. A couple of weeks ago, I posted something about being vulnerable and, we're going to take a pause. We're going to take a pause for a couple of weeks. And we only had one person ask how they could help. And it was someone that we didn't know very well. And it was like, wow, we've been showing up for 5 or 6 years. And I mean, people understood how we felt, but no one actually said, what can I do? How can I be of service to you guys? So it's a real inquiry to spend time with, of where you're putting your energy and how you're showing up. Because if the energy does not flow, it will go somewhere else. And it's everywhere, if you don't feed a plant or cultivate your garden, it won't grow. So that's really a challenge. And these things that are happening around us are forcing us to really look at that. And that's what we're going to build the new earth on, is that devotion to each other, devotion to the planet, devotion to the animals and the trees. So be in the inquiry in that. And, the opportunities when they really come to offer you to take a deep dive into your spiritual practice and be with others on the path is important. And how you create that as a priority is how your life is going to manifest. And so I would just, really be within what's your contribution? What's your legacy, as Michael says,
What's your contribution, right?
To the,
And we're not speaking here in a general sense, like, oh, I'm speaking like, well, we're speaking like when you wake up in the morning, do you plan your day? How's it going to look? How's it going to feel? How are you going to serve? What do you want others to, do you want to serve somebody today? What do you want to accomplish today? Like really getting down into the planning. I mean, not like, write the whole thing scripted out, but like a couple things that are really important to you that every day, these are the things I'm going to cultivate. What does devotion look like today? What act of devotion am I going to have? What act of service am I going to have? What act of contributing to my legacy? What is your legacy? You figure that out, right? You can figure out what is your legacy. What's your contribution? What am I contributing to the world? Am I contributing to this ascension process, or am I riding it? You're gonna ride it, but there's something juicy about contributing. You're right. That's
it's
what
action. Yeah,
contributing is so juicy. It's like that's where we want to be, because that's the service that the masters all speak about. Why are they still here? Why are they still with us? They all say because that's where all the juice is in the service. Yeah. So
yeah. I'd also encourage you to we will do a 1-day retreat in December. It's a pretty powerful weekend. Planetary wise, it's December. It's not going to be online. It's a real opportunity, and I would sign up because we got to feel into, we may cut off the number of people that are be part of that, to create that intimacy and that real deep work. But it's an opportunity for you to cultivate that temple and that sacred space within your home, and really devote that day to yourself and your spiritual practice, and do it within a group. And in that, we energetically connect each other. And it'd be great to get people from different places to support the grid and flourish. So that's in December. I'll put the link in the replay.
that's a really good time for a long meditation. Right there after Thanksgiving, right?
It's the weekend
We've
after
harvested
Thanksgiving.
all the year's things, right? Then we start to move into the Christ more, the Christ mess, those Christ energies of the great masters. They're all blessing us. And so to tune into them and to tune into that energy, the frequency that's being poured in the earth, you can all feel it when you move into Christmas. It's such a great feeling. So
And it's one thing, it's great to listen to a YouTube video and do your own work. It's a different experience when we're together live. It's a different experience when you're in it connected. Um, and that's the potentiality to up the volume, together, and really create the harmony and the love that the world needs right now. I mean, it's big, and it's going to get a little funkier and funkier. So yeah,
not if you get the quantum charge, honey. So
I know. Let's get that quantum charge
once
going.
you have the quantum
Yeah.
charge going, nothing can touch you. Nothing can touch you when your heart is filled with that love. All right, we're going to get ready here. Backs are straight. And just notice your body. Maybe just slightly tense your body real quick. Just a really 3-second tense. And then let go. Again, tense a little bit deeper this time. Feet and hands and shoulders, tense everything. And then let go. Breathing in. Tense. And just relax. And let everything go. Center around your spine and just feel the energies of your spine. Are you feeling the energies already circulating around you? You feel like you're swirling a little bit. If you do, then just kind of drop into your spine a little bit deeper. It's almost like you give your spine a hug with your back muscles or your tailbone, or shoulder blades. You just feel that hug of your spine. Just feel how good that feels to hug your spine. And then take a deep breath into your high heart. Open up your heart lungs. Breathing in. Hold. And I want you to just feel that pinpoint. There's like a white pinpoint, like a white dwarf or a white sun. Very intense there at your high heart. And then exhale. And breathing in. Activating your high heart and hold. And just feel the energy kind of circulating through your high heart. And then exhale. It's almost like you're intensifying or being present the high heart energy of your thymus, thalamus. Activating. Hold. And just feel the energies moving up through your shoulders, down into your heart, into your spine, and exhaling. Continue to relax. Let your breathing return to normal and just feel your heart and high heart. Are you feeling a resonance? You may be able to feel kind of like your high heart. You may feel like it's a magnetic core or like a white dwarf energy. Notice, see if you can feel how it's shining, how intense it is. It's in shining. And if you feel, just to continue to breathe in these energies, we want to focus and bring in these energies through your high heart. We're activating the monadic structure of our light body. We could even call this a quantum love. So pure. And you may feel kind of energy starting to move down into your heart, down into your solar plexus. You may feel the energy opening at your solar plexus. This is a very high solar energy, solar consciousness. The white dwarf energy is a very good matching frequency. It's almost as if that purity of the white dwarf energy just clears out everything, clears out all of your inner ley lines, your inner nadis, meridians, marmas. And it kind of creates this bridge through the back of the high heart, down through the spine, and from the back of your solar plexus. And it's like this container holding your heart. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe the energy in now, in through the high heart. And as you're breathing it in, you're breathing it all the way back in through the heart, back through the spine, and around through the solar plexus. And then when you exhale, you're exhaling through the solar plexus, out through the front of your auric field, and then back in and around to your high heart. So you're making this brilliant white dwarf circuit around your heart. Gently exhaling and inhaling now. Holding it at your solar plexus as the energy streams in. And then just gently exhaling it out and around, pushing it out to your auric fields, bringing it back up through the front of the heart. And then when it reaches the front of the heart, breathing in, bringing it around into the solar plexus, holding, and then exhaling it out and around through the front of the high heart. When you get there, you can hold on the exhale if you're able to, and then breathe in. Through the solar plexus, hold. And then when you feel ready, feel good charge in your solar plexus, then exhale. Clear out the circuit, bring it all the way around to your high heart. And then breathe normally. And as you breathe normally, you're just kind of allowing the energy to kind of circulate. Inhale from the heart to the solar plexus, exhale from the solar plexus back out to the high heart. Good. And you may notice that although this is a horizontal circle, a vertical circle, we'll say it's a vertical circle. We're going to breathe into the heart now and fill out this circle, which is actually a sphere. But we're just going to breathe into the heart and then exhale into the circle. Breathing in. Taking it deep into the deepest recesses of the sacred space and within your heart, feeling the crystalline consciousness activated in your heart, and then exhaling out into the circle. Breathing in. Holding. And then exhaling. And on this third inhale, we're going to hold. And then you're going to like puff out through your heart and expand so that it moves out like a radial, like a sun, into that whole grid from your high heart to solar plexus. So breathing in. Holding at the source point within your heart, your eternal flame. And it's almost like you're blowing on your eternal flame and getting it to expand, and it pulses a spherical light, lights up your whole sphere around your heart. And exhale. Yes, that's it. And just allow yourself to normalize and see if you can feel that whole sphere, that 8-dimensional sphere, the high heart energy. From solar plexus to high heart, encircling your inner heart, encircling your core. And begin now just to breathe from the inner core. It's like you're breathing energy from the source point within your heart. And then just exhaling and filling up that sphere of 8th-dimensional light. And what we're seeing now, it's the golden body, the golden light body. See if you can match within the eternal flame of your inner heart. Find that golden frequency and the crystalline consciousness of your source point within your heart. Just tune into the golden light body. Your flame, your eternal flame heart has that frequency. It is that frequency. That's it. It's almost as if you can feel the flame itself begins to expand upwards and downwards. And you're just breathing into that golden flame within your heart right now. You're just attuning to it, beginning to resonate. What does it feel like for you? The more you resonate with that flame, the more that you can enter into it. The more that you begin to feel it, you begin to know it. Know yourself as this golden flame. That's it. Starting to lock in now at your spine level. You may even be able to feel golden vertebrae now, right behind your heart. And the golden plasma is starting to move up and down your spine. It's almost like as if there's a thermometer. Instead of mercury inside, you have gold and liquid plasma gold. And allow it to source from your heart flame into your spine. And allow your spine to, like a thermometer that goes down to the base and to the top. Take it all the way to your crown. Take it down into your root. And just feel these golden light body energies. What we're doing is you're magnetizing your spine right now. Have you ever seen one of those fluorescent lights, those long fluorescent lights? If you turned it on its end, your spine is like that fluorescent light, but white plasma, golden plasma. Good. You're probably starting to feel some energies now as it grounds in your spine. You may feel some energies opening up to your pineal, kind of poking through the back of your eyes. You may feel your third eye beginning to resonate with these very high frequencies. You may feel your crown is turning into a golden crown like you see on Buddha, on the great mothers divines, Kuan Yin. Just imagine that for a second. You have your activated crown golden light body. What does it feel like for you? Energetically, it's there. It's being stimulated right now. How are you perceiving it? It's a matter of focusing on it. Sometimes it helps to just imagine it, as each petal's alive and each petal's a different frequency of the gold consciousness. What happens to the petals when you imagine each of them having their own synchronistic yet individual note and vibration, tone? It's almost like we're looking or feeling down at the top of your crown. You could be looking from the back of your head towards your crown. We're noticing how the crown is opening up as the petals, as we presence the petals. When we presence them, they become more power. We empower them. They become electrified with the light of your awareness. Good. Now there's some energies being drawn up into this vortex of your crown through the magnetism of your petals of your crown chakra. It's starting to pull energies up from your root chakra. So you may feel some energies kind of moving up through your spine. You may feel your light body becoming more tangible, more brighter. Maybe even feel some just energy of flow kind of pulling up, or you just may feel more magnetized overall. When we clear the root chakra of all of these lower energies and emotions and calcified thoughts and fears that we've held from generation to generation, all the goo that keeps the petals from vibrating is just dissolved. And see if you can notice those petals from your crown resonating with the petals in your root chakra, at your perineum. Or you just may feel it at your tailbone, at your coccyx. And you want to bring them both into a harmony, as if there's one chord at your crown, one chord at your root, and they're both vibrating at the same note, the same tone, the same equilibrium, same balanced frequency. It's like you have two caps, one below you, pointed upwards, one above you, pointing down, and the petals of those caps like an acorn top. One inverted, one pointing down. And there's these forces or lines of energy, they're literally lines of consciousness, communicating and talking between the two, encapsulating you in this golden light field. Sourcing from your monadic high heart, source heart, solar plexus, galactic energies. So see if you can hold all three now. Crown, solar plexus, heart, and root as one unified structure. Sometimes it's easier for you to just step back from the body and still feel it, still be there, but not be so into the vibration of the energies that's moving there. For with your awareness, you can move outside of it and just kind of hold the container and allow the energy to synchronize and be upgraded right now. There's some purification happening in all the chakras as this golden dimensional solar gold plasma light energy is just moving through us now. You may feel like your lower back or your coccyx, tailbone becoming more liquid and more fluid-like. And if you were to focus at your perineum downward, you'll notice that there is an opening there, and it's like a little spiral or a tube that's being projected downwards into the Earth star 1 foot beneath your feet. So that's open, and you're kind of receiving energy up from Mother Earth. And simultaneously, if you look at your crown upwards towards your soul star, which is another 3/4 to 1 foot above your head, that also has like a spinning cone that's also open. So just presence both of those openings. You're not in the body, you're kind of around it, surrounding it, or behind it, kind of holding yourself. Like you're, with your awareness, you're holding your physical, emotional, mental, spiritual bodies. But you're aware of the energies as they flow in from the crown and from the root.
And become aware of the great golden goddess Danu, who holds a golden egg, rides on a golden dragon, and emerges on the dragon lines of the planet down near Bali. She is the mother of water. She is the goddess of creation. She is the great protector of her children and the planet. And as she emerges from the great emerald waters, golden light emanates from her, for she is part of the great central sun. You feel her strength, her power, her devotion. Allow her to come towards you as you ride her dragon, bringing your golden light to places on the planet. To places where there is contraction, sadness, despair, hopelessness. Bring that golden light there with strength, love, determination, focus. And with each breath, your energy gets stronger and stronger. For she multiplies herself to cover all the ley lines, the syncretic lines, creating harmony, balance, activating the minerals and crystals in the earth, activating the sacred waters, merging with the tree roots of the ancient trees. The elementals flow in her wake on her dragon. Creating balance, vitality, peace. Now go to a place where you are called and offer your service. Offer your devotion. Offer your light. In service to humanity, the planet. free from any agenda or manipulation or personality thinking they need to do something. All you need to do is emanate love, unconditional love. The rest will take care of itself. Feel the goddess's strength with you. See that golden light permeate like waves of divine healing, balance, harmony, washing away the sadness, the shock, the trauma. Our dragon can consume it and regenerate it into pure light. And when you feel complete, or you may choose to stay in the area you're working, the dragon drops a golden egg. And that golden egg offers harmonic, light, purity, love as it grows to that area, and bubbles. The supply is infinite. So continue to offer your service, your love, free from any agenda other than divine perfection and balance for the highest good. And continue to move to a new place. It may feel very heavy and dense. It's okay. These old foundations need to fall. Connect the light, the love, the harmony. Allow this light to get brighter and stronger and continue to permeate all over the planet. All through our star system, all through our galaxy, with strength and beauty and grace and power of this divine goddess and her golden dragon. You may become aware of each other, creating a beautiful web of harmonic geometry and light. A shield that vibrates so high that anything of a lower frequency dissolves. And with each breath you take, this beautiful geometry and web gets brighter and stronger. And you can feel the hearts of all the people receiving this light. And the animals which ease their tension and reconnect into the flow of nature. And the trees sigh relief as they feel this light and can access this divine web. And from the space you are, with the goddess, with the golden dragon, you see the rainbow dragon coming towards you, the divine expression of the divine masculine, holding the structure, for he works these lines to serve and support her in her expression. He holds the container for the chalice to be full, for that light to overflow, for those eggs of creation to be birthed as they weave their magic, their light, for healing, for balance, for love, for unity, for devotion to you and to each other. And as the dragons look to you, they bow and honor and thank you for your work. They are here for you to call on. Goddess Danu, with her golden eggs, is here to gift you and work with you and continue to plant seeds of this golden light, this plasmic, pure light. Do you feel your heart expanded, your spine illuminated, your crown chakra fully open, your root chakra anchored to the core of the earth? You begin to travel back into your physical body. And bringing this light and integrating this light into your field. So you may offer it in service. And as you become aware of your body, you simply find yourself in the golden egg, because you are the golden egg. And with each breath, it integrates into all your cells, your body, your skeleton, your muscles, your tissues. Membrane gets stronger, brighter. Now bring this egg into the room where you are sitting, onto your chair, floor, wherever you may be. Being aware of your physical body. Your lungs, your toes, your face. Your nose as you breathe the air. Your breath. With the last few breaths of the meditation, Bringing your hands up to third eye, bowing in great reverence to the work, to each other, to the goddess, the dragons. And bringing your heart to center. In gratitude. Namaste. And when you feel ready, you may open your eyes. And thank you all for continuing to do this work. May you be blessed.